I'm Tim Wright, Founding Director of Sati Moja Canada. This video documents our peace process that has been initiated through women widowed by conflict in northern Kenya. Sati Moja is a Canadian charity that works with vulnerable pastoralists who are the livestock keepers of East Africa. Recognizing the value that pastoralists place on livestock is fundamental to understanding these societies. Livestock are key to survival. They provide for the health and well-being of the family and community. For the past 7 years, Sati Moja has worked in Marsabit County of northern Kenya, a large area that is predominantly desert. The Marsabit highland is semi-arid. Many lowland people who have lost livestock due to drought move to the highlands where they can carry out some crop production. These people are agro-pastoralists. They keep a few livestock and grow some crops. The center of the highlands is a forested area that is a national park. This forest provides the water that sustain life in the surrounding communities. Marsabit County is surrounded by people from several tribes or ethnic groups. Around the mountain in the highlands, the dominant groups are Rendille and Borana. Historically, they've marketed their produce to Marsabit Town, the commercial center, on a road through the national park. People took their produce there by donkey or on foot. Over the past couple of decades, there's been a growing struggle between the Borana and the Rendille around the Leai area. These conflicts have really escalated around livestock raids, in which many people have been killed. In fact, more than 250 people have been killed between the Rendille and the Borana communities in this area.
You have a big interest in peace work. You've worked with the Borana, Rendille. Why have we had this big conflict for so many years in Badasa Sangha Leai?
Here before we never had things like political powers, people who need power because they are politicians and they want to depress some groups so that they can gain. And some people don't have the land, so they are struggling to get the land from somebody else.
So it sounds like there are people that are trying to access land, get hold of it through conflict rather than through negotiation. But this is also land that was owned communally before, and
Yes.
now they're privatizing the land.
Exactly.
And that's contributing to the problem. Paul, one of the other things is there has always been livestock raids a little bit. But now these livestock raids seem different. Can you explain that?
Yes, here before the livestock raid had been done by the warriors just to go to take it, or stronger people to take it so that they can benefit themselves at their villages or for their prestige. But today this thing had been commercialized. You know, businessmen are using people who they can give even guns to them, and then they can raid some tribes, and then they can take those animals to a business person to sell it, and they get the share as well.
It is like a buffer zone between Rendille and Borana. Most of the time this place has a lot of grass, but because of insecurity, people are afraid to graze there.
Now, most of the conflict happens around the livestock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually because of the grass
And water.
and water.
And water. There are some who are moving to Isiolo district, Waso. And the grass is here, people are not...
They are fearing.
they are fearing.
This
People are,
fear of
they
the
don't,
attack.
they don't feel safe to graze here. Because if my livestock goes to that particular place, Rendille will take it. If my livestock goes to that particular place, Borana will take it.
People have lived in fear as a result of this conflict. The people of Leai, who were farmers, Borana and Rendille, who lived and worked together and were good neighbors, have become fearful of each other. The Leai people have congregated in a small village called an internally displaced camp. Similarly, the Borana people that have fled from the Leai area are in a small camp in Badassa.
So Paul was just telling me that this is the new Leai village. Everybody has moved into this camp because their farms are insecure. All of the fields that the people have are close, even the livestock are very close. So this is a settlement due to insecurity.
She said you can hardly even eat. Even when you are eating, you cannot eat comfortably. You are just fearing what might happen now.
Why we left our property, our belongings, there we are here now.
Anu yu fada kan imbeha yusiya nami ijes Rendille achbar awale berad yanerin.
Her husband was even killed at Leai by Rendille there, and that was when she ran away. Her husband was buried there.
Morakja. Kedeja. She's saying when they were young, there was peace. And they used even to food from Songa to Marsabit without any worry of being attacked by human beings. Only wildlife maybe. But now, right now, she's explaining, I don't know what went wrong. Why hatred started, and right now we cannot move. We are just like captives in our own land. She said the last time she enjoyed a durable peace is when she was at Leai before her husband was killed. That time we used even to walk on foot to different villages. Alright. Now she's saying that before she had livestock, she had about 30 cows. Then during the time when the husband was killed, the raiders took all of it.
It is in this environment of conflict between former friendly neighboring tribes that Saudi Moja has established its peace initiative. Sati Moja's major program is the 1,000 Widows Initiative, in which livestock are provided to vulnerable women on a loan basis. They pay off these loans by passing on the first female offspring to other vulnerable women. Sati Moja's peace initiative is centered around a peace livestock bank, a community livestock bank with the purpose of being used for peace. Livestock banking is the catalyst. The women are the agents of peace. The Rendille leaders selected 10 Rendille widows. The Borana leaders selected 10 Borana widows. They all agreed to come together in this banking and peace initiative. The key point for this project is whether or not the Borana widows will pass on the offspring to Rendille widows. Will the Rendille widows pass on livestock to the Borana widows, who the Rendille also consider the Borana as the enemy?
Amani. She's saying peace is when people understand each other. This is God.
Peace is God-given.
Peace is important because people will move freely and interact freely from different ethnic groups. And she's also saying there's no way that you can bring up your children in a hostile environment. She's saying that peace is important because if there is peace, then you are able to move around freely. There's no life without peace. She's saying when there is peace, you can live free of fear. You can bring up your children without any problem. She's saying peace is good for our children. When children live peacefully together in a peaceful environment, then it is healthy. It has costed her the life of her own husband. Her children are now fatherless. Herself, she's now a widow. The income that the father used to bring them, they have missed now that. And the strength of the father, he used to plow all this.
Kama iko imani
Usalama.
na usalama, sasa bwana yangu akikuwa iko na tunaishi na watoto wangu vizuri, singepata shida.
She said, today I wouldn't have suffered all alone. You would have helped me bring up our children. But right now I'm suffering all alone bringing up 5 children.
Na sasa ninahangaika na watoto yangu peke yangu.
Yes, that is why.
Kama ni kusomesha, kama ni kutafuta chakula, jua ukosa usalama, ndio ninaishi na watoto yangu peke yangu.
She's saying right now, the school fees is her, food is her, everything entirely depends on her.
He has done his standard 8 exam. He was waiting for result. Before the result, he was killed while he was looking after livestock.
She's saying women can make peace. That is in collaboration with all the stakeholders, and this time she's meaning all the tribes, including the Rendilles and the Borans. If they all join together, then peace will be there and women can make peace. He's saying, first of all, we put God first, and then those people we are saying they are our enemies, then we will come together and also embrace ourselves, forget the past, and then we forgive each other. Can women make peace?
Nanu wa mona ga ndufu ndandai.
She's saying, yes, they can. If they all bring their ideas together and move as one body and preach peace. She's saying, one way that she can help is to tell the communities or people that conflict is bad and they should not do it.
Kama mimi mama vile ningefanya ni waite wale wa pande ule.
First of all, they have to communicate with the other groups, that is the other ethnic groups that's on the other side, the Rendille, plus this side, the Borana side.
Tuunganishe pamoja.
We all come together.
Alafu tuongee pamoja.
And then we talk.
Alafu tusikilizane.
We also come to mutual understanding.
Na hapo tu ndio inaweza kuja usalama.
Anasema from there, then peace, a durable peace can be received. She's saying, yes, she's willing to be a leader among women to bring peace. Yes, she is. And one way she can do that, if she's given the opportunity, and she's stressing, and she's giving an example of her own neighbor, that if she has a young man who is trying to do, to bring insecurity, or he wants to go and attack the other side, that is the Borana side, she said she will tell the mother, if your son goes, don't doubt it, I'm going to report it.
mimi nakubali mtoto yangu aende alipe Bwana ikiwa mimi ni Mkristo.
And then she's saying one way that she's going to talk to the mothers so that if your person is killed, they should not encourage payment using other person again. And she's saying that is very common in this community. Like now, she's giving her own example that her husband was killed. In the normal scenario, then her son will definitely has to pay the blood of his father by killing the Borana on the other side. And she's saying that is not good. I'm a Christian and I'm not encouraging that. And this is what we are going to tell the women, that no, we should not pay using again other human beings. She's saying if we are going to put God first, that is now the warring communities, the Borana and the Rendilles, then automatically peace will come. She's saying that the peace is, she's willing to be a leader among women because she said, I know what it means to have pain because I lost my husband due to insecurity, due to conflict, due to raiders. So I think I'm the best person. Now she's saying something very, very, very practical. She's saying what we do, if you bring the widows who have been killed by the Rendilles, their husbands has been killed by the Rendilles, and then the widows from this side, whose husbands have been killed by the Borans, then we all meet and we ask each other, so your husband has also been killed? And then she will say, yes, my husband has been killed by the Rendilles. Then I will ask her, my husband has also been killed by the Borans. Now, what is the problem between me and you? You are a woman, you have children, I'm a woman, I have children. Now, is there anything between me and you? Something that both of us can fight over? And definitely the answer is no. And she's saying if it was possible, if it was for which, we would like now even to intermarry so that we can give out, if that one can bring now peace, we give out the Borana girls to be married to the Rendille and the Rendille girls to be married to the Borans.
For the last, what is it, about 5 months, you've been leading the peace program.
They met with the group, with the widows that we are working with, who are beneficiaries for South Umoja. And these people had actually acknowledged the forgiveness, they have acknowledged the reconciliation.
She's saying that before this group, this peace initiative group, it was, for me, it's just equivalent to somebody who is in the dark. But since we formed this group and participated actively in the movement of bringing peace, she's saying even my thinking have changed. And from that change of thinking, also I have come to light.
They have actually liked the whole system. They have started having fellowship within themselves. They have started having relationship.
The other time when we came here, you have been crying. Yes. What has changed? She's saying that the other time I was crying because I lost the person who was a breadwinner in the family. So I thought this was the end of me and my children. But now, after you people came, you made me realize a positive part of me. You made me realize that still I can live a happy life. How has your thinking changed? محلك يا سجومانتا مبدع هاي كصوبحته
أصدقيه
ما أنت كصوبحته. She say the change has come to her because one, she has started interacting with the people she thought were enemies. Two, the program has given them education that made them think positively. And she said to me, this was God's intention for this program to reach to those of us who are depressed and nobody is seeing us. And this has changed my life. And that is why today you see me smiling. Today we are going to discuss about science requiring special attention in children less than 5 years. Sudah tanya negara, alafu nasa orang negara ikut tak ini meu ke pertene, ne kaja, ne rugu. Orang negara ikut tak nabata macam itu bata, ne rugu. Kita jadi ni. She's saying, she's now saying, Lynn, you know what? These days when we go to this Borana side, and she said the ladies on the other side can bear us witness. We walk in Badasa as if Badasa is part of this Songa. And you know what? People have even nicknamed us. When they see us together, they say, these are the women that were given the donkeys and the goats. These are the women with no husband. And they say, and some of the even elders are saying, these ladies are actually symbol of peace in this community. What they ask for, please help them.
She's singing in Rendille, she's never
Singing at Rendille song.
Borana, Rendille,
Well, about a year and a half ago, we started this peace initiative where women, widows from the two tribes in conflict, the Borana and Rendille,
Yes,
came together into a livestock bank.
yes.
And the culmination of this was to be when they passed on their goat offspring, donkey offspring to the other tribe, to new beneficiaries.
Correct.
This was a real challenge because livestock are the most important thing to a pastoralist, especially these poor women. The only thing more important would be their own children and their own lives. Now, about a month ago, we attended the pass-on celebrations and the ceremony, and these women passed on livestock.
That's right.
It didn't look like it was duty. It looked like they were doing it as to friends and very happily.
Exactly.
So, as the peace coordinator, what do you think of this? Were we a catalyst? What was going on there in the past year and a half?
A year and a half to go through as a process and actually to change their life was that they should first repent before they meet. They should also forgive each other and they should restore each other. At the same time, they have to reconcile. And the whole system of transformation then comes in. And when you see these ladies actually very happy or joy to see each other, is something that they have, that came out of transformation. It's something that had came out of relationship they had and longing to see each other. They have also gone as far as the other one, bringing from Songa, Sukuma, and they give to Badasa ladies and Badasa ladies. Their own relationship had been so tight, that's why you see them so happy to meet each other and give this offspring, not because of the Sauti Moja program. They love to do it. It's something that came from the relationship. It's something that came from transformation.
This day of passing on of the offspring of the first generation, to me is very important because the peace process we have started is now increasing. The peace has prevailed. Even others have seen this, the way they are cooperated, the way they are united, the way these mothers are so friendly. The process is very important because now, before they are two who are friends, but now they have one more. You see, this has helped to sustain the peace in the community.
It is also about the language they talk to each other. The friendly language, language that puts them together. Conflict or anything that comes to their group, they are always united and they remain united. And this is why the person had been given with full heart of love. They are going to continue with this kind of relationship to the next CLB.
Mena ka furada warwana mtia me mata hesa furada